Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and we are here with, yes, finally it is time, NPA week 5. Week 1 for me, but week 5 for the NPA. We did have a bye week last week, just to get all the new coaches settled. Me and Willow had to get our team settled and a few trades and things like that, but now everything's settled and we are back in business. The bye week has passed. Some other coaches do have bye weeks again though. I think our bye week was on week 4, regardless, so either way we would have had this bye week, but still. We are back, we are here, and if you guys did not watch the team builder, make sure you check that out. I go over my team, I go over what I think he's gonna bring and all that stuff and what the game plan is. Before we get into the match, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're new. If you are from the NPA and you have not watched my videos before, I'm normally much louder than this, but it is like 5 a.m. 5:30 a.m. in the morning for me right now. I have to record this because I'm going to spring break tomorrow, so I'm not gonna have time to record it, and I have to do this now and I have to wake up in like 3 hours, so it's gonna suck. I'm gonna have like no sleep, but we gotta get this done now, because I'm not gonna be home for the next few days. So as we see here, he brings Aerodactyl, Mega Slowbro, Snorlax, Gardevoir, Mandibuzz, and Dragonite, and we are going up against TheChoiceSpecs, coach of the Orlando Magikarps. All that stuff's in the team builder if you do want to check that out and see his full roster and all that good stuff. But I pretty much predicted this team pretty correctly. I didn't think the Snorlax was going to come, but it is a big threat against my team. Luckily, I did change Earthquake from Mega Pinsir to Close Combat, because of the Magneton. I had Close Combat, but I ended up changing it, and he actually didn't bring the Magneton, which I'm pretty shocked because Magneton's actually a pretty scary threat against my team, and that thing can actually run through my team once Stunfisk goes down. So I'm kind of shocked he didn't bring that, but that's better for us, I guess, because now Stunfisk can do whatever it wants, really. So we did bring Stunfisk, Mega Pinsir, Conkeldurr, Avalugg, Meloetta, and Celebi. So the plan is, once again, try to Thunder Wave as much as I can with Celebi, so Conk can pretty much outspeed everything and just win from there on, because Conk can run through his team. So now that we have that nice little intro there, let's get into the battle. I am gonna lead off with Stunfisk, and I'm guessing he's gonna lead off with Aerodactyl. So yeah, I think he's gonna lead off with Aerodactyl. So let's start the battle. So it is gonna go through a little screen here, but yeah, it is gonna be the TheChoiceSpecs, or just Specs, challenging us for a battle, and I'm gonna start off with Stunfisk, like I said, and he does start off with the Aerodactyl. I try to speed up this battle because this battle is extremely long, guys. It's really stally, and it makes sense because his team is pretty stally to begin with. But here I had a feeling he was gonna go for Taunt. I don't know why I just didn't follow my gut. You're gonna see in the beginning of this battle, did not follow my gut. Every time I get a new team, I kind of am a little iffy with the team, so I tend to not follow and try to play safe. If I went for I was about to click Thunderbolt to get damage because Taunt was so obvious on Stunfisk here, but I didn't go for it. But now I go for Thunderbolt, which is really important because this damage on Aerodactyl puts it in Mach Punch range for the Conkeldurr, which is always very nice because Aerodactyl can easily be killed now with Conk. So I go for another Thunderbolt. I was thinking I might go for Toxic because Snorlax is a pretty obvious switch into my Stunfisk here because he doesn't really want to switch anything else. Dragonite takes some good chunk of damage, Mandibuzz takes a good chunk of damage and things like that. So I go for Toxic and actually miss, and I was kind of annoyed with that, but we'll see later. We'll see in like the next 2 turns why that's actually a blessing in disguise that we did miss that Toxic. You're gonna see why. But he goes for a Curse, which makes sense. Curselax can be a very tricky thing against my team, but I make a kind of odd switch here. I go into Mega Pinsir because I saw that he does not do that much against his team right now. It was more like of a wall breaker to kind of help the team break down his walls. But I went to Mega Pinsir just so I could get as much damage as I can with Close Combat on this Snorlax. So that's the reason why I went into Mega Pinsir. I know he's gonna die if he goes for Return, anything like that. Pretty much anything he goes for Mega Pinsir is gonna die. So I did not expect Mega Pinsir to live, and I did not expect him to go for another Curse. Truthfully, and if you do see it lag a few times every now and then, I'm sorry. I don't know why my computer's being a little weird, but We go for the close combat. He does have the berry to give him some health, so I'm guessing he's gonna be gluttony, recycle, that setup right there, which actually I'm a big fan of that setup with Snorlax. But as we see here, he has a facade as one of his moves, and that's why I was happy I didn't hit that toxic, because facade would do a lot of damage if we did toxic it. So it was actually a blessing in disguise we did miss that toxic, so I was like, alright, cool, not too bad, not too bad. We go to Conkeldurr, because Conkeldurr is going to do massive damage on the thing. Even though it's +2, Drain Punch still does, as we're going to see here. He was probably like at 80. I think that did about like 60% possibly, around there. Conk is extremely strong. That thing is a +2 Snorlax right now in defense, and I'm sure he has some type of defense investment in there. And we do a massive amount of damage to this Snorlax, which is pretty cool because it puts a lot of pressure on him. He has to recycle. He can't curse up again, because if I hit him twice he dies and things like that. So pretty cool. Conk is very scary against his team, and you're gonna see how bulky Conk is too. So this is a +2 facade. I know he's not status or anything like that, so it's not at its full power, but it still is a +2 stat facade from Snorlax. And you're gonna see here that 2 tons actually eats this facade up pretty nicely. It sucks that we're at low range, because now we can't take a Brave Bird from Mandibuzz if he does have it, but it had to be done. There's nothing else that could take out Snorlax, and he knew that Snorlax is actually a pretty big thing against my team. As long as I can keep it underhand, you know, I could keep it not cursing up too much, then we should be good. But Snorlax can actually come in on a lot of our team, so we know he's not, most likely not thick fat, so actually Avila can do some decent damage with Avalanche. But I went for Drain Punch, obviously, because it'll take out that freaking Snorlax here, and he switches into his Mandibuzz and actually does a really good amount of damage to the Mandibuzz. The Drain Punch is good. Thunder Punch could have killed here, but I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to risk losing my 1-win condition that can win me the whole game, because we did lose Mega Pinsir, and we need Conk to pretty much break down his team to beat the Mandibuzz, to beat the Snorlax, to outspeed the Arrow with Mach Punch and things like that. So I need the Conk. And Stunfisk is not really doing much more to the team. It's really not doing much. So like I said, it was our 1 check for Magneton, and that thing is not here. So Stunfisk I can actually just play around with pretty nicely. I believe here I do go just for the Thunderbolt. I think I go for the Thunderbolt here, which is kind of dumb of me to go for the Thunderbolt, because I could have just went for Toxic to hit the Gardevoir, or I could have just went for Stealth Rocks, which would have been very nice against the Mandibuzz that can't constantly keep switching in, the Dragonite and things like that. But I went for Thunderbolt, and I'm gonna switch out of my Stunfisk and go into my Meloetta, because this is pretty much the check into this Gardevoir. A Specs Moonblast should be doing around 30 to 35 to 40%, and we should be able to hit him with another one and either take him out with Hyper Voice or just put him really low depending on his investment. And we do see here that he hits us with the Moonblast. We take it pretty nicely. We should be able to live the next one, and we live nice, but we get a special attack drop, and that really does suck, because this Hyper Voice is definitely not gonna kill now. As you see, it did a really good chunk of damage. We had a chance to possibly kill, like I said, depending on his investment, but if he didn't die, he would have been at such low amount of health that the rest of my team would have just been able to take it on pretty easily. Like Conk could come in and just Mach Punch, but now we don't have that. We have to go into Stunfisk, because I know Thunderbolt's gonna kill this thing. As we saw before, it did a decent amount of damage. I should be able to live, take like 30% from this Moonblast, and Stunfisk should actually be in pretty good amount of health, but no. Pokemon wants to be an ass and give us a crit and a special attack drop. Really hacksy. Like I said, I think I said in the beginning of the match, this match is really hacksy, and it starts off really bad for us. We're on the back foot. As you see, we have what? Stunfisk is about to die, so we're gonna have 3 mons against his 6 mons, and this could have easily been like, this could have easily not happened. First of all, Meloetta would have died regardless, most likely, but Stunfisk would have been able to eat up that Moonblast, be around like 60% after 2 turns of leftovers. No, a turn of leftovers, and we would have easily been. We still would have Stunfisk, which can actually put a lot of pressure on his team because it takes on Slowbro, takes on Mandibuzz, can do some damage to Dragonite and things like that. And it has static, so if Dragonite wants to hit us with an outrage, then it might get like paralyzed into that. But instead, we lose Stunfisk, and now we have to go into Conk and kill this thing with a Mach Punch. And now Slowbro can easily just come in. So, we're on the back foot, big time, and I could not really see myself winning this match. But of course, as a player, that you always want to try to win regardless, so I'm gonna try my best. I don't care what I have to do. If I have to hack the shit out of this guy, then that's what I'm gonna have to do. So he went into Mega Slowbro on my Conk after guard went down. I'm gonna go into Celebi because that's my check. He's either gonna go for Scald or Psyshock, and I'm hoping I don't get burned here. I do have Natural Cure, but just losing damage every turn is kind of annoying, and he is gonna get the burn. Yeah, you know, pretty hacks the game. Like I said, pretty hacks the game, but it's whatever. We can't really do much about that. So here I'm just gonna go for the Leaf Storm in case he wants to stay in, which makes no. I was about to click Thunder Wave, which I probably should have, because it was obvious that Mandibuzz was gonna be coming and he's not gonna risk his his Slowbro. And Leaf Storm actually does a good chunk. I'm actually surprised because Mandibuzz is freaking bulky and it resists that, so that's kind of pretty wild. But we do hit the Leaf Storm. Our special attack drops by 2, and Mandibuzz is just sitting in front of our face right now, looking pretty with its leftovers. And here, who do I go to? I believe I have to go into Avalugg. All I have left is Avalugg. Oh no, I do go for just for the T-Wave in case he wanted to go for U-turn. I would be able to eat it with the Tanga Berry, but I believe he actually goes for knockoff here. But I went for the T-Wave, like I said in my team builder. T-Wave is very, very important because if we can T-Wave his Mandibuzz, then our Conk outspeeds, and that could be a very big game changer. He goes for knockoff, takes off our Tanga Berry, which I think is fine because I don't think Slowbro's running it. Signal Beam, and I don't think Mandibuzz is running U-turn because he probably would have went for it now if he was running U-turn. As we saw, he has Foul Play, knockoff, and what else? Probably Roost and Defog. That's what I'm guessing for what we've seen him have so far. But he does go for the Foul Play here, and it does a decent chunk, but we are able to live it. If we didn't have the burn, we'd be a little better off. We'd be able to recover, stall this thing a little bit better, so we could keep our Celebi in a decently good amount of health. I was just gonna sit here and recover, constantly recover, until his Mandibuzz got paralyzed, so I could be in a good amount of health. Once again, I am relying on hacks now because that's really what I'm gonna have to do to win this game. I just gotta get his Mandibuzz paralyzed a few times, and hopefully he makes a few weird plays that I can capitalize on, because I started off not too well because I let Snorlax get up that curse, and I let my Mega Pinsir die and things like that. Start off really bad with that, but he also got a lot of hacks in the beginning that made me lose 2 mons that should have not happened, and if it didn't happen, then we'd be in a much better spot right now. So now I have to make a few plays, and I'm gonna have to just put in the work. So he switches out his Mandibuzz. He's tired of just waiting for the recover stall. He goes into his Dragonite as I go for the recover. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. We're back in good amount of health. I'm gonna switch out of my Celebi here so I can lose the burn and not be burned anymore, because I do not want to take on this Dragonite. I still need Celebi to take on Slowbro, because if I don't, then I pretty much just lose to Slowbro. So he actually switches out into Snorlax here, which was a really good play. He read that double as me going into Avalugg, and right now these rocks are actually doing a lot of damage to my team, so I'm gonna have to make a play later on where I'm gonna have to get rid of these rocks, and if I don't get it right, then I'm just gonna lose, because these rocks are just gonna dwindle down my team way too much, and we need Avalugg pretty healthy, and the rocks is just doing way too much damage. So I'm gonna go into Conk here. A little risky because he could have gone for Facade, but I had a feeling he was gonna go for a Psycho or something like that, so he could get his berry back, which is pretty smart. So he gets his berry back, and I've been playing extremely safe this whole game because I've watched his battles and he tends to play pretty safe. He doesn't make the crazy plays, so this time I saw that he's been playing a little bit different, so I'm gonna go for the Thunder Punch, I do believe here, to do some great damage to his Slowbro. I knew he wasn't gonna keep his Snorlax in because Conk would have easily killed it with a Drain Punch. That Thunder Punch does some good damage, but it does show that his Slowbro is physically defensive. But that's gonna force his Slowbro to wanna slack off, which is pretty cool because it just forces him not to click a move, and Celebi can pretty much come in for free. But he is gonna go for the Scald this turn. He slacks off later on, I do believe. And I do believe he gets what's it called, a crit burn here. So it's just rubbing more hacks into our face right now. But what's new, Munchlaxster United always getting hacks constantly, so it's not really new. We just gotta try to play around and hopefully get some hacks ourselves. That'd be really cool. But he switches out, and I do believe I should go for the recover here. That's probably the play I go for. Yeah, because I need to keep Celebi healthy. Slowbro can't kill my Celebi regardless, but I need to keep this thing healthy in case he gets another crit and another burn, and it's just, that's gonna be very annoying. I do believe I go into Avalugg here. I think I go into Avalugg here. I don't think I stay in with my Celebi. Celebi can't really do anything in the Mandibuzz. It's already healthy, so there's probably no reason for me to stay in. I'm pretty sure I do switch out into my Avalugg dinner table. And yeah, I switch in to my Avalugg, and then I'm most likely gonna go for the recover as he goes for, what does he go for? Oh, he gets parried. Okay, so that was a good turn. He got parried there, and that was very nice. So some hacks finally coming our way. I mean, he's had way more hacks than we've had, but the pair is nice because now we can either rapid spin or recover. I'm gonna go for recover because even though I do want to get rid of the rocks, keeping my Avalugg healthy is very, very important against that Dragonite. I need to keep this thing semi-healthy, just because we need it for the Dragonite. We need to keep it healthy for the Dragonite. It's very, very important. So now, like I said before, that Thunder Punch did some damage where it's gonna force Slowbro to slack off just in case, because he doesn't want to be too low amount of health against my Conkeldurr, because then another Thunder Punch, if we hurt it a little bit more, we'll be able to take down the Slowbro. So him going for slack off makes completely the best sense, pretty much. So I thought he was gonna do that. I had a feeling he was gonna go for slack off. Made the right play here. So here I knew he was gonna go into Mandibuzz again. Like I said, his team is really bulky. He can handle our team pretty well. So I'm gonna do the double and go into Avalugg. And this is the play I needed to make to try to bring back this game, because I knew he was going to switch to Mandibuzz. I am not going to try to hurt the Mandibuzz. The reason I made this double is because Celebi's not doing nothing to Mandibuzz, and I need to switch into Avalugg so I can get rid of these rocks. He still has Aerodactyl, but Aerodactyl does not really have a free switch on anything on our team. And if he wants to come into Conk, then we do have Mach Punch to kill it, so he can't set up rocks again. So I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin because it's going to help our Conk constantly be able to come in and switch in and stuff like that. And we don't have to worry too much about Conk losing health every time it does come in against his team. So this match is pretty long, as you guys probably already seen by now. A lot of switching, a lot of things like that. I started playing much better towards the end because I had to start making plays. As like you saw, we were 3 Mons against his I think it was 3 against 6 at one point. And this was pretty much just like we had to make completely the top plays to be able to bring this one back, and I think I do have the ability to do that. I think I'm a decently good player, so I can actually do that, but it's gonna be really hard because like his team is really bulky. All I have to break his cores are pretty much Conk. So he starts going for Ice Beams on off my switch from what's it called, from the Avalugg. And if I brought Suicune pretty much walled this Slowbro. He has Ice Beam, he has Scald, most likely Psyshock and Slack Off. So Suicune actually would have been nice in this matchup. I thought he would have prepped for that thing better, but I guess not. And here I saw that he stayed in, so I'm just gonna go for the Leaf Storm and we wipe out the Mega Slowbro. So this is the turn changer right here. So we wipe out the Mega Slowbro, which is very nice. Celebi picking up that very nice kill, and he's gonna go into his Dragonite, but us taking out the Slowbro just shifted the momentum my way. I was like, now Slowbro can't come in on Avalugg. He has Arrow and he has Mandibuzz, what else they have? His Arrow, Mandibuzz, and Snorlax in the back that can come in on my Avalugg. But Slowbro was the best check to my Avalugg, and now he doesn't have that. He goes for a Dragon Dance, and I know I can live anything. I could live a Supersonic Sky Strike. I can live an Outrage. I can live a Corkscrew Crash. I could live a Inferno Overdrive and Avalugg. It was an R roll to kill this thing in one shot through multi-scale, and Avalugg does do it. He completely wipes out the Dragonite, and now we pretty much win if we can make the right plays against his Snorlax right here. So I had a feeling he was gonna go for Facade to try to catch my Conk on the switch, and there's no way I'm gonna let Conk die right now. We're easily gonna live this thing. Now I go for Toxic. The better play would have been going for Avalanche, just because he's most likely Gluttony, not Thick Fat, and Avalanche would have done a good chunk, but then he would have been able to get his berry back. I believe he recycled it again. No, I think he already recycled it and used it, so he doesn't have his berry at the moment. I'm pretty sure he does not have his berry at the moment. So yeah, he's gonna take us down with the Facade, and now he's Toxic. So we'll see here. It's going really slow, but he's under half, and my Conk will be able to kill Snorlax at full regardless, so it didn't matter where he was. So now we just go for the Drain Punch. I believe he's gonna switch into his Mandibuzz here, and this is also a big turn because we are able to live a foul play from Mandibuzz after this Drain Punch recovery, and then the Life Orb. We lose health from Life Orb. Drain Punch plus Life Orb, we lose more health than we gain, so it kind of sucks because I would love to have more health. I do believe we lose more than we gain. I think we do lose more than we gain. But yeah, so we hit him with a Drain Punch, and here I'm praying, please get paralyzed. Please, just, if we need any hacks, this game is right now. Please get paralyzed, and the hacks god are finally on our side. They said, King Bub, you know, you've got enough hacks this match. We'll give you a little bit back, and we get the para. So now we're gonna be able to kill this Mandibuzz with a Drain Punch. We're gonna be able to Mach Punch the Aerodactyl and Drain Punch the Snorlax, and we do win this one, guys. I'm obviously gonna spoil it right now, but obviously, as you can see, there's no way he can come back from this one now. So the combination of Avalugg, Celebi, Conk, a little bit of hacks our way, but I don't even care because we really did deserve that hacks towards the end. A little bit of a misplay of him staying in with his Slowbro actually made us win this match, and Conk getting 4 kills, no deaths. Conk is a monster, man. I love this thing so much. I'm so happy I picked this thing up. It's just tore through his team. There's nothing he could really do. And Conk saved us because Snorlax was a huge problem. If we didn't have Conk, we had like Greninja or Suicune instead. That could have been a big problem. So Conk really put in the work, bringing it back for us and winning us the game. So yes, Munchlaxster United, we do take our first win here in the NPA, guys. So that's pretty awesome. Next week we are going up against T-Chain. He's a really good battler, so it's gonna be a tough match. He has Magearna, and that thing's really freaking tough to take down. So it's gonna be scary. I already built the team for that. Hopefully I'm gonna probably tweak it a little bit after this week and make in my building. I feel like it wasn't the best, but it was pretty decent. It wasn't bad. Like I said, it's a new team, so I have to get used to it. But next week we go up against T-Train and his Luster City Pokemon Club, I believe is the name of the team. I could be butchering that, but yep, that's gonna be the team, guys. I'm gonna head out now. Hope you did like the battle. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm in a rush right now. I'm gonna try to go to sleep. I gotta edit this video too. So I'll see you guys next week. I hope you did enjoy, and we take the win. So now we're 2-2 with -2 differential. Pretty cool. You know, we just took over the team, so that's cool and dandy. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys next week, and like always, have a beautiful day, fam.